Hello and welcome to the IVRA Safety Car Period tutorial. The goal of this video is to orient drivers and team managers to the procedures of the safety car period so they can have a stress-free safety car experience. A tow zone is an area of the track from where a car could be recovered in relative safety and with relative ease. At most tracks, these areas are marked with an orange paint on the barrier. When an incident occurs that is significant and not near a tow zone, the race director will initiate the safety car procedure. iRacing will immediately prompt the grid that it is under full course caution. At this point, passing is not allowed. If a pass attempt was occurring when the caution was thrown, iRacing will determine which car was ahead, and the safety car black box will inform drivers of their correct order. The overall leader will be called out by a member of race control and will gradually slow to pace car speed, wherever they are on track. All cars will proceed at race pace to catch the leader.
Car 33, you are the overall leader. Please slow down to safety car speed. Car 33, please slow down to safety car speed. Car 327, you may tow.
The pacing line will form on the same side as pit lane. If a car was entering the pit lane and has traveled past the pit entry line before the caution was thrown, this car may take service without penalty. Cars that were entering pit lane but did not cross the pit entry line before the safety car was deployed must drive through pit lane, not taking service, and rejoin the pacing line. Cars that illegally take service will receive an end-of-line penalty. If you are going to run out of fuel before the pits open, you should take the service and the end-of-line penalty. Once the caution is thrown, the pit exit remains open until iRacing closes it, and the pit entry is immediately closed. Once the pit exit has closed, watch for race control's command for it to be open for the remainder of the safety car period. Every time the safety car approaches the pit exit will close. The first Wavearound process will begin immediately. If you're between the overall leader and the safety car, you should continue past the safety car. Cars that are between their class leader and the safety car will be waved by the safety car by race control. A car that is receiving a wave by will be prompted to pass the cars ahead via their black box. Drivers can anticipate this wave by reviewing their F3 black box and looking for their position on track relative to their class leader. A driver's awareness in this will facilitate a smooth safety car period. When a driver is given the prompt by the game, they should take their wave by immediately. Race control may prompt you to take your wave by over the radio. If this does happen, you've missed the notification in your black box and the procedure is now running behind. If you do not take your wave by in a timely manner after receiving the wave by call over the radio, race control will wave by the next car in the order, and your opportunity to be waved by will be lost. As a reminder, the safety car is not a collidable object. You can drive right through it. Once all cars are waved by and have caught up to the pacing line, race control will announce the pit entry is open. Cars may now enter the pits and take service. Please remember to remain in the fast lane until you reach your pit box. Driving in the merging lane or through pit boxes for an extended period of time will be penalized. Race control will announce the pit exit is open over both the text and the voice channels. Once your service is complete, exit the pit lane and rejoin the pacing line. Second Wavearounds will then be issued. These wave-bys are taken in the exact same way as the first round of wave-bys. It is worth mentioning that if you wish to gain a lap back, you must stay out, and your class leader must pit. Then you will find yourself in a position to be waved by during the second Wavearounds. If your class leader stays out, you will not get a lap back, even if you did not pit. Once the wave buys have been issued and taken, the class split occurs. In the Endurance Series, the LMP2 class will be split from all GT3s. GT3 and GT3 Pro will remain in their running order. In the Club Sport Series, the Cup class will be split from the Sport and TCR classes. Sport and TCR classes will remain in their running order. Once the class split has been performed and the pacing line is safely reformed, the end-of-line penalties will be issued. Cars that receive an end-of-line are to hold their position in the pacing line until instructed to serve their penalty.
We are going to issue the end-of-line penalties. Hold position until you are told to serve them.
Once all the end-of-lines have been issued, race control will inform cars over the radio to pull out from the pacing line and to allow the line to pass.
That is all of the end-of-lines issued. Please pull out of the pacing line and serve the end-of-line penalties.
Cars that are eligible to serve a penalty by taking an end-of-line also pull out at this instruction. It is this car's choice to do so, and they are responsible for knowing if they are allowed to perform this action, as well as following up with race control via Discord about the served penalty. Once race control has instructed the end-of-line cars to drop back, the opportunity to serve a penalty as an end-of-line has closed. Once prompted, the cars that pull out of the pacing line should reduce their speed to approximately half of safety car speed. The race director will then review the pacing line to ensure all cars are in their proper order. Once satisfied that the race order is correct, the grid will be informed that the race will go green the next time by.
We will be going green this time by. We will be going green this time by.
The grid is to form up, which means no gaps in the pacing line. The leader will continue at safety car pace after the safety car has pulled into the pits. When the leader accelerates, the race has resumed. Do not go on the iRacing green. You are only to go on the leader's acceleration. Drivers cannot overtake before the apex of the final corner and may not create a gap in the line to try to time a run on the restart. Details on the end-of-line penalties and how in-race penalties may be served as end-of-line penalties during the safety car can be found in the regulations. We hope this helped in understanding the basics of the safety car procedure. See you on track.